back, guys. In this session we are going to look up one very interesting function called as the choose function. There are three other functions that we'll be looking at in the future videos, including the match, index, the match and index functions. These are considered as more vector powerful functions than the VLOOKUP functions, so please pay attention and try and ask me any questions and queries if you have not understood with respect to any of the formulas. So let's look at the choose function in the beginning. The choose function is used to find out the answer from any selection of options that are given to you. For instance, if I have given you 4 options and I tell you to select the second option, the choose function will give you the output of what is mentioned inside the second option. That is, let's say we have 4 options A, B, C and D, and I say that I am selecting the option B. It will give you an output that is stored inside the option B. So before we start off with the function, let's look at this data. In this data, I have a single column where we have a certain set of dates mentioned. Each of the dates from the data that is given, that is from each of these dates, I want to find out which quarter these dates belong to. That means my March belongs to the first quarter, July belongs to the third quarter, November belongs to the fourth quarter, and so on and so forth. So we want to find this using the choose function. As you can see, I have also laid down a reference table on the right side. If you have a reference table like the one which is shown on the right side, you can easily use the VLOOKUP formula to find out the same. However, we are not going to try and do the VLOOKUP formula, but we are going to use the choose function to find out the same. The reference table shows that January being the first month belongs to the first quarter, February being the second month belongs to the first quarter, and March belongs to the third month belongs to the first quarter, and so on and so forth. So we have to find out with regards to this reference table, but using the choose function. Before we start off with the choose function itself, we are going to try and find out and use some very generic formulas which are used to calculate and take out the day, the month and the year from the respective date that is given. For instance, if I want to calculate what is the day, or I want to extract the day out of this particular date which is given, then I'm going to use the formula is equals to day, bracket open, select my date and close my bracket. There you go. Once I click enter or press enter, I have the day extracted from that particular date. Similarly, if I want month from a particular date to be extracted, I can easily get the month by typing equals to month, bracket open, parenthesis open, and selecting the cell and closing the cell, and you get the value 3. In this case, the value 3 signifies that March is the third month of the year. Similarly, for the year, we are going to type equals to year, open parentheses, select your date, bracket close, and press enter. There you go. So we have learned 3 generic formulas of extracting day, month and year from a particular date. This formula is now usually used in combination with other formulas to get the desired result. So do remember these formulas. Let's look at the choose function now. For the choose function, you will have to give the formula equals to choose, choose, open parentheses. I want to extract and look at the month from this particular date. Since I want to find the quarter, I want to find which quarter this particular date lies into. So I want to extract the month from this particular date, and hence I'm going to select month of this particular date. Choose, bracket open, month of this particular date gives me the value 3 in place of month A2, right? Comma. Once I have given it what to select, now what I have to give it is what are the options that it has to select from. For instance, if I want to give it 4 options, I will have to give it 4 options one by one. For instance, in this case, since there are 12 months, I might have to give it around 12 options. So I'm going to give something like this: 1, 1, 1. That is for January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November and December. So we have 12 options, which states that if the option from month gives me the value say 3, it will show me the third option from my options set of 12 values. If, for instance, November in the second column gives me the value 11 over here, it will go and pick the 11th option from these 12 options. That's all the choose function does. Close your formula, that is close your parentheses, hit enter, and there you go. It's quite an easy formula, very easy to remember, and does wonders if you use it wisely. Watching guys, that's it for the choose function for today. Do subscribe and like my channel. Ask for any queries and feedback that you may have. A link for this particular sheet is mentioned in the description below. Stay home, stay safe. Ciao.